my gosh, welcome back. Welcome back. Never thought we'd be here again. Welcome back to the Audition Diaries. Haven't had to do one of these in a while because all of them have been on tape. But anyways, this is a professional gig that I'm going out for. It is for a children's theater, which I've never done before. So these would be touring schools. Or one is touring. There's two projects that they're casting for. It would be touring schools, or one I think is in one place and schools come to you. So if I think adult audiences are bad. Okay. So yeah, I have, it's not too busy of a schedule. I let myself sleep in. I had a very long work week. I ended up having to not go to work on Friday because I had a massive migraine. Which ended by the end of the day. I have like medication for it now and it seems to be doing what it's supposed to, so that's good. And I'm going to swing by my voice teacher's shop because we didn't have time to do to practice the song I want to bring on Thursday, which was our normal lesson, because I didn't have the sheet music with me because I didn't know what I was singing at. And so he said, just swing by like before, like, because yeah, it's a close by audition. It's like 35 minutes away, which is nice. It's not, I don't have to go to New York. So I just got to drive. Unfamiliar place. Not a fan of the driving, but right now I feel fairly good about it. I looked at the map for it and it's pretty straightforward. The only downside is it's supposed to rain today and visibility has not been great. And I'm gonna have to drive back in the dark, and I hate driving in the rain in the dark because it's very hard to see. Yeah, so that's happening today. I got a shower just because my hair just needs to be washed, and I got home late last night, and my sibling just got back from a trip last night, so I was waiting up for them. And yeah, so we're gonna put a little audition outfit together, get all nice and clean, go to my voice teacher's shop to do a little rehearsal and a little warm-up, and then I'm probably going to be chilling in that area for a little bit because by the time I'm done, I feel like I won't be able to go back home before I gotta drive to the audition. So might go to the bookstore, I don't know. This is a very dangerous game I'm playing. Anyways, yeah, come along with me. Okay, it's after 11. I don't know how far after 11, but wrestled with the printer for like a half an hour, it feels like, trying to get my resume to print. And then I realized it was printing out in the wrong size because headshots and resumes have to be 8x10, not 9x12, which I think is like regular paper size. So then I had to figure out how to get it to do that. So then it did. So I was able to get one new headshot resume thing put together, one. And then I have a bunch of full-sized ones that I don't know what to do with because no one takes full-sized. So that's done. I kind of like glanced over the sides they gave me. Go lie down. Go lie down. I'm keeping the dog company because she really can't go upstairs because she's injured. I looked over some of the sides I was given. One of the shows, you're not lying down. Okay, now you are. One of the shows is based off a kid's book, and my voice teacher is by a bookstore. And I'm thinking if I don't have time to go home, but I have to hang in the area for a while, I may go to the bookstore and see if I can find it, because it's like a kid's picture book. So it would be kind of nice to like read through the picture book and get an idea of like what the story is about. And then I don't know what the other one's based off of. I haven't glanced at that one yet because they want you to be familiar before you go in. I may print out the sides actually just so I don't have them on my phone because I don't know if they're going to give me copies. Definitely feeling some anxiety flare up just a little bit just because the printer wasn't working. Like my face is hot. Like the printer wasn't working and I was like, if I didn't do this, and like I was even looking at my old resume on the back just to see like, can this be serviceable just this once? And it's not even up to date. I was like, a lot of like training and stuff I've done recently is not on there. So I'm like, crap, this isn't working. And I'm trying to like get it on the back of my resume, and luckily I glued them last time. Normally I staple them, but I thought gluing would look better, which helps because now that the glue is dry, it was easy to peel the old one off the back and put the new one on, so I don't have to go get all new headshots printed, which would be great. I really don't have to be out of the house until maybe around 1:30-ish. Call my voice teacher just to let him know I'm on my way, because he just needs to know when I'm showing up. And then heading out. This is the fit. We went through several shoes before we found ones that looked decent. This was supposed to be my opening night outfit for the current play that we were doing, and then I opted against it because it was supposed to like be cold and rainy, and then I ended up not going anyway because I had a migraine. But this was supposed to be the outfit, so I'm very pleased with myself. Very dark academia, but youthful. That's what we want, youthful. So I'm pleased. I gotta go to my voice teacher, warm up, get ready.
For that part.
Cinderella?
Cinderella. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
Jerry Lewis and Anna Maria Alberghetti?
Cinderella.
Now you know who Anna Maria Alberghetti was.
I actually don't.
She was Lily in the original cast of Carnival.
Oh, I don't know Carnival very well, actually.
The main song from that is Love Makes the World Go Round. Love makes the world go round. Love makes the world go round. Somebody soon will love you. Because she's singing to a bunch of puppets. Oh, you'd like, that's another role for you.
Carnival?
Would be Lily in Carnival, yes.
Is there a movie? There's a movie, right? Or no?
The movie is called Lily.
Oh, they changed it. On the wings of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me.
Open its arms, don't open it. Open its arms to me. It's a triplet. It's a 2-note, 2-count triplet.
So, okay.
Oh, the world will open its arms to me. Because if you rush it, open its arms, you're going to be short a beat, a half a beat.
Okay.
Because we're trying to do 5 notes in 4 counts.
Mm-hmm.
Open its arms to me.
Okay, so yeah.
Whoever's doing music will catch on that.
Okay. On the wings of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I'm a young Norwegian princess or a milkmaid. I'm the greatest prima donna in Milan.
I should have put that in my store.
Oh, you forgot?
Yes, big fermata.
I am currently in a Barnes & Noble parking lot because I did not have enough time to go home before I have to turn back around and go to my audition, because the audition is like 30 minutes away from here. I would have preferred to go home because I would have liked some time to myself before I go into an audition situation. But I am hungry, but also I don't like eating before an audition, but also I haven't eaten since 12:30, so like it's not a bad idea. Went to work with my voice teacher. He was really good. I'm worried my nerves are gonna get to me and I'm gonna like lose some of my confidence that I had in my rehearsal process. Like to go into Barnes & Noble and get like a tea or something, but I also, it's a Sunday, so I also don't want to like go into a store and deal with tons of people. Like I'm just not really in a mental place to do that. I'm a little nervous about the drive too. It's also just like so cold and overcast and dark, and it's just gonna get darker. I mean, I'm glad it's not raining, but with my luck it will be raining. Where is that coming from? I just like want to stay in my quiet, nice, whatever, but I also hate sitting in a parking lot because it's like awkward. It's awkward. So I don't really want to be sitting in a parking lot. I'm in like a weird liminal space here. Okay, I'm just like in an empty parking, well, not empty, like I'm parked close enough to other cars that like It doesn't look suspicious, but also, like, they're rows away from me. I didn't know they moved the Bobs over here. We're just chilling. Yeah, I don't know what to do with these random pockets of time. I feel like I should have scheduled, like, my voice stuff early in the day, but I also wanted it to be close enough to the actual thing that I was warmed up. I am so glad, though, that I have an audition slot, rather than showing up in the morning and, like, sitting for hours. Like, I'm very happy about that. I'm just, like, I also realized I forgot a mask, because they didn't say anything about masks in the email, but I prefer to have one, in theater situations, because, like, different theaters have different rules, and I just prefer to be prepared. So I'm gonna have to use one of my used work ones. But yeah, we're just waiting. We're just chilling. Probably read a book. I brought two. One that I'm actually reading and one I was just in the mood for. So I brought All My Puny Sorrows, which I was originally reading on ebook, and then I found out they had it physically in the library, so I prefer to read it physically. And then I have The House That Hugh Laurie Built, which, yeah, we'll see what I feel like. I was listening to his first album, actually, on my way to my voice lesson, because I hadn't listened to it in quite some time, and it's still good. I also forgot that he doesn't do, I want to fix this, I forgot he doesn't do all his vocals, like, he doesn't do all the vocals on it, because he has, like, other people sing other songs sometimes, and he just plays, so I forgot about that. I thought that was more on the second album, which is Didn't It Rain, which I bought physically when I was in high school, because I think it came out when I was in high school. I don't think he's released an album since then, not that I would know. I would know if he'd released an album since. The only thing I wish I'd had done was go home and get a sticky note, because I'm gonna fold down the page. It's in a book. I don't have, like, I didn't copy it and put it in my binder, which my binder's a pain in the butt too, so. Okay, I am here. I feel like I'm parked in the correct place, but the actual place itself is, like, up there. So, yeah. Driving actually wasn't so bad. It was familiar because it's actually out near where my grandparents live. So, I've done this drive before. So that was helpful. And no highway whatsoever. It took me all back roads to get on, like, a smaller highway, so fine. I'm nervous because I'm afraid I'm gonna be late trying to find this place. We're done. We're finished. Hold on, I want to see where this car is going. We're done. We're finished. The accompanist was somebody who taught at my arts high school, which was wild. Also, a lot of people behind the table were from where I live. So, small world. I think it went as good as it could. I'm worried, and I don't know, because my head just spins in audition rooms, especially with that many people. If I feel like I might have been flat in a couple of places, but I feel like the acting went okay, and yeah, everyone was super nice. It went as good as it could, which I prefer. Auditions I feel like will never be perfect, but if I can say it went as good as it could have, then I feel good. I've definitely had auditions where I'm like, no, you could have done better. This is, like, in this particular situation, with my mental state, like, this was as good as it could have gone. That's all you can ask for. And I think that's a very good mindset to have. Yeah, so it is sleeting right now. Hello. It is a good couple of weeks after that audition, and I've even just filmed 2 the night before. I'm filming this, which is in February. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what it's been like lately, because I started this channel, actually when I was in performing arts high school, when I was 14. This channel is over a decade old. I'm pretty sure my URL is still my old username, which was Broadway Obsessed 14, which is very embarrassing, and I need to change that. So obviously post-COVID auditioning has been a bit confusing. I've only done 2 in-person auditions since COVID, and one was for community theater, and then the other one was the one you saw in this video. Everything else has been on tape. Which is stressful, especially because I was talking to my voice teacher the other day, because he will always ask me every week. He's like, any auditions? And I'll say, well, no, I've been looking, but there really isn't anything right now. And a lot of the times lately, my issue with auditioning has been they're just not looking for someone like me. It's usually like people in their 30s and 40s. It's just like there's just not really like roles out there. Also, not being a dancer, sometimes musical theater, that closes some doors for me. But there's a lot of golden age musicals going on right now that I'm just like, I can sing it. You can't have me dance though, because it won't be pretty. I can move okay. I can be graceful if I need to be. I just have trouble memorizing choreography. I don't really know why. It just happens. There's always a point in the dance where I blank. No matter how many times I practice it, I just blank, and I don't really know why. But I'm lucky to come across 2 things that I could reasonably do. So I recorded one involving like legit soprano training, which is fantastic, because that's what I'm trained in. It's not what I want to do all the time. I do prefer the more contemporary musical theater stuff that's out now, especially because of the characters it allows me to play. But classical soprano, legit soprano, bel canto singing is still very interesting to train in, and it's a good foundation to have. And I feel like I can owe a lot of my vocal health to that training. The fact that I've never really injured myself, I've never really done anything harmful to my voice, is because of that training. But yeah, it's been tough, especially because being non-union, I didn't know where I stood in terms of the audition hierarchy. I revamped this channel in 2019 to be about theater, because I could talk about it for a long time. And then 2020 happened and nothing was happening in that sector. And another big thing I wanted to do was create transparency. I wanted to talk about what it's actually like to do this. Now, I work in a regional market. Basically, I work in New England. That's my market. However, New York is close, but not super close. I live about 3 hours away from Manhattan. So that makes that aspect of it hard. So I do my best to try and work within the regional theater circuit. Have not been cast in regional theater. I am lucky that my current day job is in a regional theater on the patron services side. I work in the box office, which sounds super trite and like, not trite, that's not the right word. Which sounds super small and insignificant and like not super impressive. But we do a lot now, especially post-COVID, because we've lost a lot of people. For example, we used to have a telemarketing department who would deal with these outgoing calls. All us now. It's all us now. We just got new headsets yesterday because we stole them from the telemarketing department that no longer exists. We're a nonprofit as well, so I do not make a lot of money. This year I'm looking to see if I can possibly find a way to start a Patreon or something. Yeah, it's been a little rough, especially I still have to be very choosy about what I choose to go in for, especially if it's a EPA in New York, because I have been told that you still can show up day of and sign up if they have time. However, that is $50 out of pocket for me, probably more now with inflation. I haven't been down to New York in a bit. It's $50 for me, an hour to the train station, 2 hours on the train. I'm trying to figure it out. Also, being someone who is neurodivergent, has a couple physical health issues too, I have to weigh my options a lot. I have very limited energy and very limited resources. I have to figure out where to put those things. And traveling to New York really messes with my system, as we know. So it's trying to figure out how to do that and stay healthy. I'm trying to have different things that I like doing. Like reading. Bought a bunch of music books. These are all about music. That's a medical bill. These are all about music. And I'm just trying to have other stuff that I do. But there's nothing that I like as much as this. Because now that work has calmed down, we are in between shows right now, which means I have a lot more free time during the day, which is nice, in between phone calls and things that we all work on our own kind of personal projects. Yesterday, I just kind of took the day and like just did my phone calls, did emails, did fix some orders and things, and read my book, because I was like, we're just gonna take a breather. Now we're going back into stuff. And I just gotta muscle through. Try my best. Watch La La Land like 20,000 times, because relatable. Go through my email, hope something super cool is in my email. But yeah. Oh, finally! I'm sorry. My previous job sent my W-2 to the wrong house, and it got sent back, and they emailed me saying it got sent back, and I gave them my new address, and I've been waiting for my W-2 so I can do my taxes, because I have my W-2 for my new job, and now I can do my taxes. So if I can get my tax return, that'll put me in a good financial place. That would be great. Happy endings.